This documentary counted down the 8 most harrowing deaths ever captured during live streams, cases where digital entertainment and real-time performance ended in tragedy before thousands of viewers. From marathon gaming sessions with hidden medical risks to environmental dangers and escalating audience-driven stunts, each entry revealed how the pressure for views and engagement led to irreversible mistakes. Which incident forced the biggest changes to streaming safety? The countdown began with number 8. A 24-year-old gaming streamer set out to complete a 24-hour charity marathon, aiming to raise money for medical research. His channel had 120,000 subscribers, with a typical audience of around 5,000 viewers. The stream began with excitement, donations rolling in, and encouragement from chat as he passed the 18-hour mark without leaving his chair. Over time, viewers noticed subtle changes, slurred speech, delayed reactions, and confusion. At 18 hours, 42 minutes, and 33 seconds, he collapsed forward at his desk, still live, while 4,200 viewers watched. Chat messages shifted from jokes to urgent pleas for help. Some viewers attempted to contact emergency services using details from past streams to estimate his location. Paramedics arrived at 19:01, 18 minutes after the collapse, but could not revive him. He was pronounced dead at 19:16, 34 minutes after the initial medical event. The cause of death was pulmonary embolism, triggered by deep vein thrombosis from prolonged immobility. The platform responded by introducing mandatory break reminders and setting limits on continuous streaming durations for charity events. His final broadcast remained online for 2 days before removal. Other streamers referenced his death as a warning about the unseen dangers of marathon sessions. At 20 hours, 17 minutes, and 5 seconds, an urban exploration streamer with 850,000 subscribers broadcast live from the rooftop of an abandoned building in a major city. The stream's title promised sunset views and behind-the-scenes access to forbidden spaces. Over 8,000 viewers watched as she navigated the rooftop, flashlight clipped to her jacket, phone mounted on a gimbal for a steady first-person perspective. Donations and chat messages flooded in, and the streamer read each message aloud, thanking supporters and responding to questions about the building's history and her next moves. The performance pressure of live interaction shaped her actions. As the light faded, she stepped backward to frame a shot for her audience, eyes fixed on the chat overlay. In a single miscalculation, her foot found empty air. The fall, 8 stories down, was not visible on camera. The phone, still streaming, landed nearby and continued broadcasting audio and a fixed view of the rooftop edge. Viewer count surged to 12,300 in the minutes after the fall as word spread through social media. Chat filled with panic, pleas for help, and frantic attempts to contact authorities. For 12 minutes, the stream captured only the sounds of distant sirens and the unresponsive form below. Police located the scene using details from previous streams and chat logs, and they ended the broadcast upon arrival. Law enforcement filed takedown requests with the platform, but mirrored clips circulated widely. In response, the platform announced a crackdown on dangerous urban exploration content, and it began enforcing a warning label for streams tagged with high-risk activities. The streamer's channel remained online for 3 days, its final video serving as a stark warning about the hazards of distraction and performance in perilous environments. At 9:05 and 17 seconds p.m., a mukbang streamer celebrated reaching 210,000 subscribers with a live eating challenge. The stream title promised an oversized meal for a milestone event, drawing 8,000 regular viewers and peaking at 9,500 as the challenge intensified. Donations and messages flooded the chat, and viewers urged him to break his previous records. Midway through the event, he attempted to swallow a large portion in one bite while responding to chat questions. His speech faltered, his hands moved to his throat, and he suddenly rose from his chair, struggling for air. Chat messages shifted from encouragement to panic, with viewers typing medical advice and urging him to perform first aid. Some viewers attempted to contact emergency services, but the only address available on the channel was a post office box listed for fan mail. No one was physically present to assist. The choking incident lasted 8 minutes. Emergency services arrived at 9:29 p.m., 23 minutes after the first viewer calls, and found the streamer unresponsive. He was pronounced dead at 9:13 p.m., asphyxiated before help could arrive. The stream continued running until paramedics ended the broadcast. Analysis revealed that the lack of verified emergency contact information in the channel metadata contributed to the delay. In response, the platform introduced new requirements for creators attempting food challenges. Channels had to provide a verified emergency address and a verified contact, visible to platform safety teams in case of crisis. The streamer's final video was removed within hours, while mirrored clips spread rapidly across other sites. The incident prompted wider discussion about the risks of performing for an online audience and the technical gaps that can turn a preventable emergency into a fatality. The digital legacy of the event persisted as clipped footage circulated and as platform policies changed in response. A travel vlogger with 450,000 subscribers arrived at a secluded waterfall in Southeast Asia, promoting it as a hidden destination for her audience. She had averaged 50,000 viewers on previous streams. On this day, 28,000 viewers tuned in as she entered the water. The stream title promised an unfiltered look at remote adventure. Her phone, mounted on a tripod at the riverbank, captured the entire scene. The current in this section of the river was strong, with seasonal rains increasing the flow beyond normal levels. As she swam toward the center, her commentary shifted from excitement to concern. At 15 hours, 5 minutes, and 45 seconds, the footage showed her struggling against the pull and calling out briefly before being swept downstream. The signal was lost 4 minutes into the crisis, freezing the last frame as chat messages flooded in. Some viewers urged her to swim sideways, while others asked for help. Viewers attempted to contact local authorities, but response was hampered by the absence of a precise location. The only address available on her channel was a business mailbox listed for sponsorships. Emergency services were not notified until hours later, when villagers discovered the abandoned tripod and phone. Her body was recovered the next day, 2 kilometers downstream from where the stream ended. Local records revealed that previous drownings at this site had not been reported online, and no warning signs were present at the riverbank. Platform administrators removed the archived video within 36 hours, but screen-captured clips circulated widely. In response, the platform issued new guidelines for travel streamers, requiring risk assessments and visible warnings for remote or hazardous locations. Her family released a statement urging greater caution and transparency about dangers in travel content. Other creators cited the incident as a reason to disclose safety plans before streaming from unfamiliar areas. A fitness influencer with 900,000 subscribers scheduled his weekly Max Weight Monday stream from his home gym, advertising a solo attempt at a 315-pound bench press. His streams typically drew around 40,000 live viewers, with 22,000 watching when the attempt began. The channel was monetized, and donations increased as viewers encouraged him to push his limits. The influencer, a certified personal trainer in his late 20s, dismissed repeated chat warnings about lifting without a spotter. At 14 hours, 12 minutes, and 2 seconds, the bar slipped during the upward phase of the repetition, falling across his throat and upper chest. The stream captured the sudden loss of control, the bar pinning his airway and his efforts to free himself. Chat messages shifted instantly from celebration to alarm, with viewers urging him to roll the bar or tip the weights. Some attempted to call emergency services, referencing his address from previous streams. The compressive force of the barbell caused asphyxia within 6 minutes. By 14 hours 18 minutes, movement on camera had ceased. Emergency medical services arrived at 14 hours 23 minutes, 11 minutes after the first viewer calls, and pronounced him dead at the scene. Analysis later identified the failure to use a safety rack or spotter as the critical factor. The platform responded by issuing new guidelines for fitness content, requiring visible spotters or rack systems for heavy lifts, and displaying safety warnings during live workout streams. The archived video was removed within hours, but clips circulated on other sites, sparking debate about responsibility in creator-controlled stunts. Peers in the fitness community cited the incident as a demonstration that expertise did not eliminate risk, especially when performance and audience engagement overshadowed basic safety protocols. At 22:37 and 14 seconds, a stunt streamer with 600,000 subscribers accelerated onto a rural highway, his dashboard camera fixed on the empty road ahead. The stream's title promised no rules driving, with a donation ticker visible in the corner. More than 65,000 viewers watched as chat messages rolled in, each $5 pledge triggering new requests. That night, the most lucrative challenge appeared. Viewers asked him to drive blindfolded for 30 seconds. He read the message aloud, laughter audible over the engine noise. He pulled a black sleep mask over his eyes and confirmed the challenge for the audience. The viewer count climbed as the car reached 70 miles per hour. For the next 18 seconds, the vehicle drifted across the center line, chat messages alternating between encouragement and urgent warnings. At 22:37 and 32 seconds, the car veered off the pavement, tires striking gravel. The impact came at 22:37 and 44 seconds, a sharp collision with a tree that ended the video feed. The stream cut to black, but the phone's microphone continued recording. For nearly 3 minutes, labored breathing and distant alarms were audible, punctuated by a surge of desperate messages in chat. Some viewers attempted to call emergency services, but the rural location and lack of precise coordinates delayed response. Emergency medical personnel arrived at 23:11, 34 minutes after the crash. The streamer was pronounced dead at the scene, cause listed as massive internal trauma. The archived broadcast was removed by the platform within hours, though mirrored clips spread quickly across social media. In the aftermath, the platform instituted a ban on dangerous driving content and prohibited donation-based stunt requests. The incident became a reference point in debates about audience complicity and the economic pressures that drive creators to risk their lives for entertainment. At 4:11 p.m. and 23 seconds, a Stormchaser with 150,000 subscribers streamed live from the interior of a reinforced vehicle positioned near the projected path of a wedge tornado in central Oklahoma. His channel, devoted to educational weather content, regularly drew 30,000 live viewers. On this day, 24,000 tuned in as he narrated radar updates and explained the storm's structure, referencing years of meteorological training and prior intercepts. Multiple tornado warnings appeared on screen, and chat urged caution while sharing local emergency alerts. The vehicle roof-mounted camera captured rotating clouds and debris as the tornado's direction shifted unexpectedly. At 4:13 p.m. and 2 seconds, the wind speed around the vehicle rose sharply, and the stream audio filled with the sound of hail and metal strain. The tornado, estimated at over 200 yards wide, altered course by several degrees, placing the vehicle directly in its path. At 4:13 p.m. and 47 seconds, the broadcast showed the vehicle's sudden rotation, windows shattering as the storm lifted it from the ground. The chat log, previously filled with scientific questions, erupted into panic, with viewers posting location data and attempting to contact authorities. Within 90 seconds, the feed cut to black. The vehicle was later found 400 yards from its original position, crushed by multiple impacts. Emergency responders, delayed by blocked roads and ongoing severe weather, reached the site 6 hours after the tornado passed. He was pronounced dead at the scene, the cause listed as blunt force trauma consistent with multiple high-velocity impacts inside the vehicle. The archived footage remained online for 17 hours before platform moderators removed it, but mirrored clips circulated widely. In the aftermath, the platform announced new restrictions on live storm chasing content, requiring pre-approval for educational streams and adherence to meteorological safety standards. The incident prompted renewed debate among professional chasers about the limits of expertise in the face of extreme weather and the responsibility of platforms to balance educational value with the unpredictable danger of live severe weather events. The channel's final stream became a digital memorial, referenced in forums and by other chasers as a reminder that even rigorous preparation cannot guarantee safety when documenting nature's most violent phenomena. 19 years old, driven by a hunger for viral fame, he built his channel around high-risk stunts on abandoned bridges. In 6 months, he had gathered 12,000 subscribers, most drawn by footage of trespassing and daredevil feats. On a September afternoon, he announced the Trestle Run Challenge, a live attempt to cross a 1,200-foot railway bridge before a freight train arrived. The stream thumbnail showed rusted steel stretching over a ravine captioned, "No guts, no glory." The broadcast started at 5:02 p.m. Within minutes, the audience had swelled to 45,000, roughly 10 times his average. Donations spiked, many with requests for riskier shots or faster running. The chat alternated between encouragement and frantic warnings about train speed. He fixed his phone to a chest rig, checked the timer, and stepped onto the wooden ties. 800 feet ahead, a small safety platform marked his goal. 6 minutes into the stream, the train horn echoed through the trees. The rails began to tremble, the chat filled with urgent pleas to leave the bridge. He broke into a run, glancing back at the oncoming locomotive. Later analysis showed the train was moving at 55 miles per hour. At the halfway point, he realized the remaining distance was far greater than he had calculated. His pace faltered, panic visible in his movements. He stumbled, regained balance, and sprinted. The impact occurred 150 feet from safety. The collision was immediate, and the stream cut out as the train struck. The chat lingered, flooded with disbelief and horror. Some viewers reported calling emergency services, but the remote location made response difficult. Police reached the scene 21 minutes after the last frame. He was pronounced dead on site, the cause listed as massive blunt force trauma consistent with a 55 miles per hour impact. The platform removed the archived video within hours, but clips circulated widely. The family filed a wrongful death lawsuit, alleging the platform's algorithm had promoted similar stunts and failed to enforce age restrictions or block copycat content. Legal filings identified the channel's monetization and the visibility of donation incentives as factors that had fueled escalation. The case drew international attention and prompted regulatory inquiries into platform responsibility for amplifying dangerous acts to underage users. Streaming platforms responded with sweeping changes. Age verification became mandatory for channels broadcasting risky stunts. Algorithms were retooled to demote or block content showing trespassing or railway challenges. Donation-based requests for high-risk behavior were banned. Platform statements referenced the incident as a turning point, citing the need to prevent foreseeable harm. Clips from the stream remain online, often stripped of context or used in creator safety seminars. The family's lawsuit continued to fuel debate over whether platforms acted as neutral hosts or bore liability for algorithmic amplification. For many, the incident stood as a stark warning about the price of digital notoriety. Across all 8 cases, one fact stood out. The pressure to entertain in real time turned minor risks into fatal miscalculations. Performance, technology, and audience expectation converged to create hazards unique to digital fame. These tragedies forced major platform reforms, but the digital memorials remained, reminders that streaming blurred the line between connection and catastrophe. In that world, the ultimate cost was paid live and witnessed by thousands.